Alrighty, back with another video on this beautiful Sunday. Now, as y'all know, the FMCSA, Trump administration, everybody's trying to go out there, the truck drivers that don't speak no English. Y'all see they revoking CDLs, and the punishment that from what I understand, if you get your CDL revoked for not being able to pass this English test, if you get caught driving on the road again, it's a $10,000 up to a $40,000 fine. So I don't think these trucking companies, once these drivers can't pass the freaking test, once they fail that test, I think they're getting rid of these drivers. As y'all know, they deporting some back over to where they came from. It's hard, man. It's woo-wee. Y'all know the people up there in Russia, the trucking companies up there, not Russia, up there in Illinois. Y'all already heard what they said, man. Look, they didn't revoke the way that these Russian drivers come over here and get their CDLs through whatever secret method they got up there, B1 visa or whatever they're using. All that they've been shut down. Now they starting to have to rely on the Americans to continue operations. But, you know, I thought I'd do a little bit of research because, yeah, I know I went over to, is it ET Transportation? ET, the guy from Canada. I went over to his channel and I watched that video about truck drivers hauling for $1.50 freight coming out of that Los Angeles, California, going up to Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And, you know, us as Americans, when we hear $1.50, to us it don't make no sense. It don't make any sense in the world, and we think that because they hauling for $1.50 that the Americans are hauling for $1.50, $1.30 and all this nonsense. So I did some research. Now, I don't know the people over there in Los Angeles, I don't know what nationality they are, where exactly they came from, but let me do some numbers for you guys so you guys can understand how at $1.50 they could be making more than you and you just don't know it. So here you go. If they coming from India, the average income per day in India is $6.50 a day. That's $195 a month. Guys, all these guys driving trucks coming from India, they're probably planning to go back to India with all this American money. Guys, they are not going to get unalived in a truck. They're going to get the money from trucking and go build the biggest house you ever seen in India, and they're going to enjoy India and help build their city up with this American money. It don't matter that they running for $1.50 because in India, $6.50 a day. Well, guys, if they run for $1.50, that's way more money. That's $1.50 per mile. Every mile they drive, all they gotta do is drive more than what, 6 miles? They drive more than 6 miles. They already made more money than the average person in India. I don't think they losing, guys. I don't think they losing. If they came from Cuba, you know, we got our Cubans down there in Florida. The average income in Cuba is $1.77 per day. That's $53 a month, guys. Y'all know the Cubans went to the oil field along with Migo. They kind of took it over. They ain't hurt for no money, and y'all know them Cubans, they don't like to work with Mr. Charlie, and they ain't working for the Russians. What the Cubans gonna do, they gonna work for themselves and get their own truck and make even more money. So, you know, then they done took down the whole bottom part of Florida. You know, they just kind of buying that section out. If they go back to Cuba, they'll be filthy rich. My truck drivers coming out of Mexico, average income over there, $41 a day, $1,226 a month. Guys, Migo, first of all, you gotta understand, when Migo come over here, he ain't working for Mr. Charlie at all. He ain't working for the Russians. Migo coming over here, y'all already know they getting 07 and older trucks. They gonna get these old raggedy trucks, so y'all call it, with the 12.7s and the 14 liters. They gonna own the truck outright. They gonna be going back and forth across the border from Mexico to Texas. They full-time mechanics. They know how to fix they fix the whole truck up. They ain't paying $2.75 an hour at Freightliner and all this nonsense. So if we kick them out and they go back to Mexico, y'all gotta understand, over there in Mexico, a lot of them people own their houses. They don't have, from my understanding, they don't have the mortgages and the, you know, how the mortgage system is over here. Well, you owe all this money, you get a $150,000 house, it turn into $500,000. Over there, they don't have systems like that. If the house is, you know, 50,000, they just come over here, get the 50,000, pay the house off, and they good. They're not suffering, guys. They doing good in Mexico as long as the cartel don't come through. So Migo is good. Migo is good, and at $1,226 a month being the average over there, if Migo come over here and just make $1,000 a week, take that back over there, Migo living good, better than you, living better than you. So Migo is not losing. The Indians are not losing. The people out of Cuba, they not losing. Okay, what about Russia? Okay, Russia, $42 a day, just like Mexico, 42 a day, $12.50 a month. Okay, that's the people in Russia. They come over here, they take over all of Chicago. Yeah, they just take over all of Chicago. All that money, if they decide to go to Russia, they're gonna be living 30 times better than you. They already, I mean, right now they already living better than you, but I'm just saying, you know, they even more better than you. Ukraine, okay, Ukraine. Over in Ukraine, $18 a day, $540 a month. So if the Ukrainians come over here and haul freight for $1.30, $1.50, that's more money than the average they can make over there in their own country. So as they make this American money, if they plan to go back to Ukraine, guys, they just send the money over, start building up what they need to build up over there. And when you guys pull the plug, see, when you guys pull the plug because they don't speak English or whatever the case may be, and they go back, they going back to living better than you. Because we know we ain't got to the American truck driver yet. We gonna get there. Africa, all my guys coming out of Africa. The average income for the whole entire continent of Africa, $7.65 on average per day. That's $229 a month. So I know a lot of y'all make fun of them. Hey man, they washing, are they the ones washing their feet in the fuel island? Or is that the Indians? I think that's the Indians. What the Indians making? Well, they make about the same thing, so it don't matter. My Africans, my Indians, guys, whether they go back to India or whether they go back to Africa, when they take this American money, they're gonna be living better than you. Now, I've seen this happen. Y'all remember I used to work in the oil field with African Mamba. Okay, if you go to his YouTube channel, he took the American money and went over there to Africa, back to his home country, and he built a water plant. He built a whole water plant, making fresh water for the people over in Africa. Fresh drinking water. And he still live over in Africa. Y'all didn't have to deport him or none of that. When the oil field came to a crashing in, AKA they pulled the plug, he took all that American money, went back to his hometown. He living better than you. He living better than you. Oh, let's see, Ghana, my people out of Ghana, $18.50 a day, $363 a month. They come over here, they make this American money, they go back over to any of them places over there in Ghana, they partying harder than you ever gonna party. So what I'm getting at is, okay, now let's go to the United States truck driver, because what I'm getting at is all these truck drivers from Africa that's going back to Africa, Ukraine that's going back to Ukraine, India going back to India, Russia back to Russia, Cuba, I don't think they're going back to Cuba, but if they do, they all right. Ghana, they go back to Ghana, part of Africa, right? Mexico, we know they're going back to Mexico. They all gonna go back to being able to own their own house, get their own cars, living better than you. But the American truck driver, problem with us, I can't say how much we earn per day or per month, but what I can tell you is whatever it is, it's not enough for us to get a house, and for some of y'all to get a car. So I think the American truck driver, from what I'm seeing, is probably more than likely going to get unalived in the truck, while everybody else that came here from every other country is going back. They won't be getting unalived. The American truck driver, I think you guys are you're not gonna be able to get out the truck, if that makes any sense. If somebody pulled the plug on us today, oh my God. If they took your CDL today, what's outside of this thing for you? McDonald's, they ain't hiring. McDonald's slam pack. Walmart, they slam pack. Everything outside of here slam. I don't know nobody hiring around here. Ain't nobody hiring. Nah, ain't nothing out here. Nah. Even the car wash. The car wash up the street right here, they got about 8 workers over there. They slam pack. And the car wash, they down. They don't need you over there. They slam pack. I think everything full. And then y'all know this SNAP program, they pulling the plug. Now you gotta work 20 hours a week. So you got all these people now, they finna, whatever little spots was open, guys, they finna take all that up. So as a truck driver, well, Andrew, what do you think we need to do as a truck driver? Well, see, Migo come over here, Migo own the truck. Migo own the truck. We already know this. Migo ain't coming to lease no truck at all. They not leasing the truck. They not working for Mr. Charlie. They not working for the rush. They gonna own. I think they getting the most out of this trucking thing. Migo and all them Latinos, I think they getting the most out of this American system, out of this trucking. I think they benefiting the most is what I'm getting at. Cubans, they gonna own the truck. Russian, you already know right up top. Anybody from Russia, guys, they absolutely ain't working with Mr. Charlie. They ain't gonna listen. Not none of y'all trying to convince them that, hey man, don't start no business, don't get no motor carrier, you need to go over here and put in this W-2 time with Mr. Charlie. They ain't hear none of that. They gonna come over here, open their business, go get brand new trucks, and figure out how to put you that want to work with Mr. Charlie. When Mr. Charlie fire you, they looking to put you, come on over here with us and pay our crap off since you don't want to own nothing. So they ain't worrying about nothing. Ukraine, you know, they up there too, up there in Illinois. They starting to file on over. So everybody starting their own. Migo got his business, Russia got their business, Ukraine got their business. Even the Somalians and Africans right here over here on what road is that? Murfreesboro Road? Murfreesboro Road, Elm Hill Pike. Y'all seen that African community where they park all their trucks over there? Even they got their own business. They got their own business too. So they got their own business. They ain't working with Mr. Charlie. What group is working with Mr. Charlie? It's just us. It's just us that don't want to own nothing. We don't own nothing. We don't start no business. Oh God. We locked and shackled in chains because of MasterCard, Visa. See, Migo ain't got no MasterCard, no Visa. He don't owe them nothing. The people in Cuba, they don't owe them nothing. India, people in India, MasterCard, Visa, they don't owe them nothing. Africans, they don't even qualify. Ukraine, they don't qualify. So nobody is owing Mr. Charlie on these MasterCards, Visas, student loans. Except the Americans, of course. So they got us in shackles, chains. Okay, picking cotton. Okay. So. Oh, I forgot to add the people in Canada, huh? People in Canada. Oh, they own too. I forgot. Ronan from Canada. What is he doing? Owning. Okay, he owning too. Owning. Everybody. Something about they start their own business. They owning. And they damn. Something, I don't know. Something about this ownership and this business. I just can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger. Migo come over here. His truck. His business. Cuba, they truck their business. Russia, they truck their business. Ukraine, they truck their business. Black folks, Mr. Charlie truck, Mr. Charlie business. The Caucasians, Mr. Charlie truck, Mr. Charlie business. But then again, the Caucasians, it's kind of 50-50 because even them, they gonna start their own trucking and business too. We see that on YouTube. So really, it's just the black folks. What business do we got? We don't got no business because we sitting over there making everybody else rich. We trying to figure out how we gonna get in everybody else's truck and make them rich, huh? They already rich. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. They already rich. They already rich. Where is our authority? Where is our trucking company? Where is our business? Why is everybody getting rich off us? See, they need us to make them rich. Yeah, they need us to make them rich. Mr. Charlie can't get rich unless we make him rich. The Russian people up in Russia could have never took over freaking Chicago unless they had. They didn't need us, but they do need us now. Because at first they just needed their own kind, and then we kind of, you know, boosted that thing up. But right now they can't use their own kind, so they using us. So right now we are making them rich. Yep. And they ain't paying you nothing. I know, they ain't paying you nothing. They ain't paying. No, disclaimer, this video is not to encourage you, influence you, or get your brain spinning and working up there into thinking that you need to go out here and start no type of authority, get a truck, trailer, anything like that. That's not what this video is about. So, man, I think I'm going to end right here. I'm going to go do some cardio at the gym, and later on today go and hang out at the trucks. Y'all know I got access to brand new dry vans, brand new reefers. I may start working on getting access to brand new Cascadias and things like that. I already got the access because I already got the guy, the account manager over there, Pimpski. You know, I just got to tell him when I want to go pick up the truck, pay the money, and you know, and just go hook to the brand new dry van. So, but I don't think I want to do that. You know, I don't think I want to do that. But then again, I can always put you in there. You already be asking me anyway, so starting a business is extremely difficult. It does not work for everybody. But what I do think about the trucking business is the people with 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years, they should know this trucking industry like the back of their hand, man. They should know the whole thing. You should know what rates pay, where to go for freight, you know, how to negotiate, how to get a truck, how to get a trailer, how to buy parts. You should know the whole entire trucking business. But what I see is the people that got the experience, they tend to not know anything at all about how this trucking thing works. They don't know how to get authority. They don't know how to go out and get a truck. It's like they don't know nothing, It's like they're just brand new. And it's okay with being brand new as long as you you know, using YouTube University to get yourself educated. But what I'm getting at is we don't need to focus on who's hauling freight for $1.30, because the person hauling freight at $1.30 is probably gonna be living better than you over in their country. Okay, you know, if you haul for $1.30, you ain't getting no house. You ain't getting none of this. We understand we ain't getting none of this. But see, a guy over from India, he haul for $1.30. He gonna go back, house gonna be way bigger than yours. He may be 9 stories in the house somewhere. Just something to think about.